I'm Jay Harper. Yes, we are getting this game 2 underway a bit early since the previous game ended early itself. Again, this is the Game Time Sports Network and Cleveland State Lady Cougars softball. Walter State, the Lady Senators from Morristown, Tennessee, here on the campus of Cleveland State on a warm, windy day. Walter State shutting out 8-run ruling Cleveland State in game 1. 8-0 after 5. So it was called, and we are about to get underway with game 2. In the circle once again for the Lady Cougars, it's Savannah Bennett. She came in relief of Sierra Howard in game 1, pitched a few innings, and she's still feeling fresh. So Coach Haley Carroll putting Bennett back in the circle. A little bit of a different lineup for, at least in terms of batting order, for Walter State. Leading off again, it will be the conference leader in batting average, Addison Beach. She playing center field. Batting second, it's number 23, Allie Sarrett, playing shortstop. Man, she made some great plays at short in game 1. Batting third, it's the DP, number 24, Elena Ross. So those will be the first 3 batters we'll see here to get game 2 underway on the Game Time Sports Network. The first pitch is outside to Addison Beach. And again, it's Allie Sarrett on deck, batting next. And it's a pitch that is called a strike. Lifted out to left field, and it's a foul ball. A heck of an effort by the left fielder Tankersley, but she could not come up with it. One ball, 2 strikes, and fouled off again. And outside from Bennett. And keeping the ball away from the league leader in batting average, Addison Beach, as the count goes full to the leadoff hitter. And at shortstop, Heidi Johnson back in the game. Well, she was removed in game 1 because of a scraped knee, but she's back in the game for game 2, so that's good to see as she records the first out. The batter is Allie Sarrett, the shortstop. Out to shallow center. And the catch is made. That is Pemberton for out number 2. Elena Ross. Elena, the DP in this game, as she was in the first. No, she was the first baseman in the first game. Pardon me. And right at the fence, the catch is made as Ross flies out to center field. So 3 up, 3 down for the Cougars, definitely getting off to a better start than they did in game 1 from the defensive standpoint in the top of the inning. All right, so we're going to move now to the bottom of the inning here on the Game Time Sports Network. Let me get you the lineup here. They just got these lineups right at the last minute here before the game started. They kind of jumped out there on the field kind of quickly before I had a chance to really get you the lineup. So anyway, I'll quit yakking and get to it here. Leading off for Cleveland State, it's Giselle Tankersley. She playing left field. And the DP batting second is Lily Griffiths. Heidi Johnson back in the game at shortstop, batting third. And I believe I was calling Jayla Young Layla. I don't know why that came out of my mouth and my brain. I certainly apologize to you, Jayla and family. But Jayla Young is playing third, and she's batting fourth. Ella Blansett, she is catching, batting fifth. Miley Howard playing second base, batting sixth. Mylan Pemberton, she's out in center field, batting seventh. Sloan Watson's at first base, batting eighth. Emily Holcomb is out in right field and batting ninth. So here is Tankersley leading us off. And it is a called strike. Allie Jones is the pitcher for Walters State. And the umpire coming out, I believe, to just give the pitcher a little instruction. Apparently she is not coming set long enough or something. But anyway, this is Allie Jones in the circle. She's a sophomore from New Tazewell, Tennessee. Swung on and fouled. This is the 15th start for Allie. Got a 3-6 record. 4 complete games to her credit this season. 53 innings coming into today. So apparently the umpire still having a discussion about Allie's motion. And the assistant coach, Emma Frost, out there. Now here comes Coach Purser. Try to get a clarification on what, just exactly what he is trying to clarify. You know, as we mentioned, Allie, I mean, good grief, this is her 20th appearance, 15th start. She's pitched 53 innings. It's kind of interesting that she's being called out for her motion. You would think that she would kind of have that figured out by now. But I don't know, maybe it's just one of these idiosyncrasies of this particular umpire. There's been nothing contentious about any of the discussion out there. I mean, the umpire being kind about it, and the coaches didn't seem to be all that fired up about it either. So I think everybody's on the same page. Tankersley looks at a strike. The windup now, and can't catch up to it. It's a strikeout. Lily Griffiths, the batter. She the DP in this game as she was in game one. The pitch from Jones, swung on and fouled back behind us. The 1-1 now. Pretty well hit out to left field, and that finds the grass for a single. So Griffiths with the single to left field. And that brings up Heidi Johnson, the shortstop. She offers at the first pitch to foul it back. With a runner on first, the pitch from Jones is low. Out to left field. And the catch made by Pena for the second out. Here is Jayla Young. Not Layla, but Jayla. Again, I am so sorry for... I don't, you know, I'm looking at her name and I was calling her Layla. Out to right field and shallow right. The play is made by Hunley for the third out. So Jayla, she pops out to shallow right for the third out. Savannah Bennett, she delivers a first pitch strike. This to the batter, Lauren Rule. Lauren playing first. And she finds the grass down left field for a single. Brenna Hundley, the second baseman, now the batter. With a runner on. Well hit out to left field, but foul. Pulled down the line. We've got a pinch runner for Rule. This is Lily Killebrew, a freshman from Charlotte, Tennessee. Went to Creekwood High. I guess Creekwood, that's still Dixon County, right? I years and years ago, I used to call Dixon County Cougar baseball and softball. Another foul ball. And I know Dixon County plays that's a big rivalry there with Creekwood. Gosh, that was 20 years ago, 2005 and 6. On WDKN radio there in Dixon with my pal Ken Loggins. The runner goes down to second, and stealing it easily is the pinch runner, Killebrew. Brenna Hundley, the batter. Brenna from Knoxville, went to Halls High School. She is a sophomore. And that gets past Johnson at short for a hot shot single. Still nobody out. Runners at first and third for the batter, Nia Mullins. The pitch from Bennett with 2 on and nobody out. And making her way down to second base. Now 2 runners in scoring position after Hundley steals second. This middle of the order, tough to get through, tough to navigate. And nicely done by Jayla Young at third. Catches the line drive, steps on the bag for a much needed double play with 2 runners in scoring position and nobody out. Young coming through with a good heads up play. Pena to Johnson, and Heidi throws out Pena. So the ground out for the third out. Started to look like the Lady Senators were going to really start to bust through and put some runs on the board there in the top of the second, but the defense comes through for the Lady Cougars. The bottom of the inning on the way on the Game Time Sports Network.
Jay Harper, join me and Nashville radio legend John Bozeman, known as Johnny B, as we gab about all things radio, entertainment, and music in the Circling the Drain podcast. We share stories and experiences from our more than 90 combined years of being in the biz. Yeah, we're old. Come along for the ride. You never know where it may take you. It's the Circling the Drain podcast, available every Wednesday morning on all podcast platforms.
We have really been working hard at the Game Time Sports Network to, well, raise our game in terms of the platforms where our live streams are available. We have added a live stream player right there on the home page of the website. You can still go to the dedicated page for Cleveland State Athletics and find the streams. But now you just go to GameTimeSportsNetwork.com right there on the home page. Bam! This game right there for you. Also available on our social media platforms as well as our Roku, Amazon Fire TV, and Android TV apps. We also have an app for Android phones, and the app for Apple, the iPhones, is still in process. The batter is Ella Blancett. Ella catching this game. She caught the first game. Ella will be followed by Miley Howard. And the pitch from Allie Jones is high in the zone. She goes 3-0. And now Coach Purser wishes to have a word with her pitcher. I'm almost wondering if that umpire coming out and giving her some sort of instruction, if you will, on her motion. Apparently it wasn't suiting him about her coming set or something along those lines, and wondering if that didn't kind of mess with her head a little bit. Now she's kind of self-conscious about it, and maybe just kind of thrown her off a little. 3-0, and it's ball four. So Blancett reaches on the base on balls. And that does bring up Miley Howard. Miley, the second baseman. She'll be followed by Mylan Pemberton. The 1-0 now. And there's a fine pitch for a strike. Change speeds on Howard there. 1-2. Runner on first. That's Ella Blancett, who reached on the base on balls. Over to Sarrett. And they get the double play. Sarrett is a fine shortstop. 2 outs. Mylan Pemberton, the batter. Milan, the center fielder. Sophomore from Jasper, Tennessee, Marion County High. So first pitch strike call. Missing low, 1-1. Due up next is Sloan Watson. She playing first in this game. Destiny Jensen manning the first base bag in game one. Up in the zone for a ball. A nice, warm, breezy day in Cleveland, Tennessee. .79 degrees currently. We've got gusts up around 20 miles an hour. For the most part, the wind blowing across the diamond from right to left. And that a foul. A 2-2 count to Mylan Pemberton, the Cleveland State center fielder. And we go full now on the pitch that's outside. The payoff, oh, almost hits her as that gets away from Jones. The base on balls for Pemberton. And Sloan Watson, the batter. First pitch strike. Runner on first after the walk to Pemberton. 2 outs here. Bottom of the second. And a clean single. 2 runners on, so 2-out activity here for Cleveland State. Sloan Watson coming through with the single. Emily Holcomb, the batter. First time we've seen Emily this series in this doubleheader, as opposed to a series, I suppose. Emily hitting .250 on the year. She a freshman from Ringgold, Georgia. A number of Georgians on this team. Emily, a teammate, classmate of Ella Blansett. They both went to Heritage High from Ringgold, Georgia, getting the strike call there. The umpire thought about raising that right hand, but that was just a little too high for him. 2 runners on for the Cougars. First time we've been able to say that today. And the foul ball almost hauled in by Mullins at third. She got a face full of dirt. She bangs all the dirt out of her glove. Yeah, she did get a mouthful. The 2-2 pitch. Back over to Mullins. And she makes the play at first to retire the side. Cleveland State almost had a little something brewing there. But the Walter State defense comes through as Nia Mullins makes a nice play to get Emily Holcomb on the ground out. Cleveland State softball also scheduled to be covered here on the Game Time Sports Network on Saturday. Easter weekend on Saturday, 1 o'clock, 3 o'clock Eastern. The doubleheader scheduled against Roan State. Or, pardon me, it's not Roan, it's Motlow State. They play Roan on the 11th. But on the 4th, this coming Saturday, it's Motlow State, the Bucks. Coach Janice Morey and company. We want to say congratulations to Sammy Brown. Sammy, one of the pitchers for Coach Morey and Motlow State, named the TCCAA Pitcher of the Week. Due to her fine performances, where I think, if I remember right, she didn't give up a run over 12 innings. So, congratulations to Sammy. Savannah Bennett delivers the first pitch to the catcher, Mason Canopin. It's the initial time of the doubleheader to see Mason. And that gets through. So it's a single for Canopin. Brittany Layton's the batter now. Didn't give me a chance to fill you in on Mason Canopin, but she is a freshman from Dobbs Ferry, New York. We'll get into more of her stats later when she steps up to the plate again. First pitch fouled off on the bunt attempt. Layton, the right fielder from Arlington, Tennessee. And a generous outside strike call. An 0-2 count on the Lady Senator right fielder, Brittany Layton. Brittany comes up with the single to right, and it's fumbled a bit as Emily Holcomb had a little trouble getting a handle on that, and that allowed the runner to advance to third. Nobody out with runners on the corners here in the top of the third inning. Layton, she scampers down to second, and nobody really seemed to mind. Addison Beach is the batter. She pulls back and takes a hack, and a foul ball that was almost caught by the left fielder, Tankersley. Two runners in scoring position, still nobody out. And another foul ball. Allie Sarrett waits on deck. Then it's Elena Ross. Never a bad time for a strikeout, but there are optimum times, and this would be one for the Cougars. 1 and 2 on the leadoff batter in the order, Addison Beach. And Tankersley comes up with the catch. He tries to throw it into home plate to get the runner. That does not happen as the run scores. Canopin crosses the plate for the first run in this one. So it's the sac fly. Here is Sarrett, Allie Sarrett, the shortstop. Runner on third with one out. Missing high. Elena Ross waits on deck for Walter State. Allie Sarrett flied out to center in her first at bat. Brittany Layton at third base for the Lady Senators. And that catch was made. They may want to appeal. I'm almost thinking Layton left a little too early at third when she tagged up. But no contesting of anything. Okay, they are going to contest that. I was thinking she left too early over there. Yeah, they are indeed calling her out for leaving early. Again, it looked like she left too early, and others apparently picked up on that and agreed. And, of course, Coach Purser does not agree with that, but that does save a run. So a heads-up play there. I guess I wasn't the only one that saw that. So we'll move now to the bottom of the third inning. The first batter that Allie Jones will see from Cleveland State to get this bottom of the inning underway is the leadoff batter, Giselle Tankersley. And she hits a hot shot right back out to center field. That is caught. That's Beach. That was a hard line drive. that, just an absolute rope. But unfortunately, just a long out for the Cougars. Here's Griffiths now. She has singled. Out to right field, and the play can't be made. Certainly a extremely valiant effort from Brittany Layton, as she laid out but couldn't come up with the catch. So the second single for Griffiths with one away. Heidi Johnson, the batter. She flied out to left. Jayla Young waiting on deck. And she looks at a strike. Inside corner on Heidi Johnson. A 1-2 count on the Lady Cougar shortstop. That gets past the catcher, Canopin. That allows Griffiths to get in scoring position at second base. The 2-2 count. And they're claiming she did not go around. So we're full up now as Heidi Johnson steps in with one out and a runner on. Well hit out to left field. That over Pena's head, rounding third, and scoring is Griffiths. That ties us up at one apiece with one out. That's the most well-hit ball of the day for the Cougars. Heidi Johnson with a double to left field. Jayla Young trying to keep it going here. Breaking ball finds the plate. The 1-1 now to Young. And that gets past the catcher and allows Heidi Johnson to scamper down to third base. The pitch now from Allie Jones, and it's a foul ball. the home umpire conferring with his compadre here. Okay, the batter out. Ball hit the plate, bounced up, hit her. In the field of play. So an unfortunate turn of events there. So now 2 outs with that runner on third. Ella Blancett, the batter, the Cougar catcher. Bit high. Brandon Lanier, Xavier Washington in the stands here. Cougar basketball players, and fine ones they are. Man, I had big fun covering Cleveland State men's and women's basketball this year. As that pitch to Blancett is outside. The pitch from Jones is fouled back. As we mentioned earlier, Ella Blancett and Emily Holcomb, both freshmen who went to the same high school in Ringgold, Georgia, Heritage High. And now teammates once again here for Cleveland State as that pitch is high and outside. 3-1 count on the Lady Cougar catcher. And we have a timeout. Blancett steps back in with a 3-1 count, 2 outs. Heidi Johnson at third. That brings us to a full count. Well hit. A sharp 2-out hit. A run-scoring hit. The RBI for Blancett puts the Cougars in the lead. And indeed, we are going to have a pitching change as Elena Ross appears to be the pitcher coming in. And that is the case. Elena, very, very versatile player. She pitches, she plays third, she plays first. And she's one heck of a hitter. The pitching stats. This will be her 13th appearance. She does have 5 starts on the season as well in a complete game. 44 1/3 innings of work coming in. A 4-3 record, a 6.0 ERA. 22 strikeouts in that 44 1/3 innings of work. The first batter she'll see is Miley Howard. Yep. So here comes this umpire again with his concerns about how the pitchers are coming set or their motion. That's something that doesn't suit him. I still think that kind of messed with Allie Jones. She just didn't seem to be the same pitcher after that. So the runner tagged as Hundley tags the runner going across for the third out. But the Cougars coming up with a couple of runs to pull ahead for the first time here today to make it a 2-1 ball game. As now the Lady Senators will step back up to the plate in the top of the fourth.
Get ready for the ultimate sports experience. The Game Time Sports Network, your ticket to adrenaline-pumping action where every play comes to life. Unleash the athletic excitement of your school, league, or tournament with our live stream play-by-play commentary, bringing you courtside and field level like never before. No more missing the magic. With Game Time Sports Network, witness your favorite teams in real time with expert analysis and electrifying energy. Accessible, immersive, and always on point. Game Time Sports Network, because every moment deserves the spotlight. Don't just watch, experience the game. Game Time Sports Network. For your front row seat, it's game time.
She just came in to pitch for the Lady Senators, and now she steps up to the plate to lead the inning off. That's Elena Ross. Flying out in her first at bat. A hard single to left field gets the inning underway. That brings Lauren Rule, the first baseman, to the plate. On deck is Brenna Hundley, the second baseman. Drifting back, and gone! That's the second home run of the day for Lauren Rule. A two-run homer for the Lady Senators first baseman. Puts Walter State back on top, 3-2. The batter now, Brenna Hundley, and she fouls that first pitch off. Nia Mullins, the third baseman, waits on deck. Brenna with a single to the left in her initial at-bat. Here in game two. And that kind of just falls in no man's land. So it's a single for Hundley. 2 hits on game 2 for her. Nia Mullins, she lined out to third. It was it was just a bullet to Jayla Young. And there's another bullet to Jayla Young. And they double off the runner. So that's the second time she's done that. And she did it. She did it to Mullins both times. So quickly, 2 outs with 1 swing of the bat. The second line out for Mullins to Jayla Young, who the first time that she lined out to her, she just grabbed the line drive and stepped on the bag to double off a runner that was at third. This time she had to throw it across the diamond to double off the runner. Jordan Pena, the batter. She grounded out her first at bat. There's a called strike. The 2-1 now. Fouled. Savannah Bennett will deliver the 2-2 pitch with 2 down. That gets past Young at third. That keeps the inning alive as Pena singles to left. Mason Canopin, she singled to center field her first at bat. Now she is the batter, the catcher in game 2. Mason, a freshman, Dobbs Ferry, New York is where she calls home. This is her 16th start of the season. Lifted out to shallow left, and Heidi Johnson grabs it, the shortstop, for the 3rd out. The damage done, though, by Lauren Rule. That's her 2nd home run today. She hit a homer in game 1. So that was her 5th homer of the year in game 1, her 6th homer here in the top of the 4th inning. We'll keep on keeping on. This is the Game Time Sports Network. Miley Pemberton is the batter. And she looks at a first pitch strike. She walked in her first at bat in game 2. An 0-2 count on the Cleveland State center fielder. The count even at 2-2. After Miley, it's Sloan Watson. Mylan Pemberton. Mylan from Jasper, Tennessee, a sophomore. And a single. Leads off the inning for Cleveland State. Sloan Watson, she had a single her first time at bat. She will step in now with a runner on. And the foul ball on the bunt attempt. Just trying to get Pemberton in scoring position, trying to advance the runner. As you were approaching the bottom of the order and you're just trying to get back to the top of it with some runners on. And still another foul ball on the bunt attempt. So 0-2. Will she still try to bunt? Swinging away, and they're trying for the double play, and they achieve it. So instead of being able to advance the runner, you hit yourself into a double play. Unfortunate scenario for the Lady Cougars. Emily Holcomb, the batter. A ground out to third in her first at bat. Should Emily reach, we will be to the top of the order with Giselle Tankersley. The pitch now, and fouled back. As I mentioned a moment ago, some of the Cleveland State Cougar basketball players in the stands. Brandon Lanier, Xavier Washington, and of course they are surrounded by very attractive ladies. And Emily couldn't hold up, fooled her on that for the third out. So things started out rather promising, but just kind of fell apart for the Cougars in the bottom of the fourth. The top of the fifth coming up on the Game Time Sports Network.
It's Jay Harper. Join me and Nashville radio legend John Bozeman, known as Johnny B, as we gab about all things radio, entertainment, and music in the Circling the Drain podcast. We share stories and experiences from our more than 90 combined years of being in the biz. Yeah, we're old. Come along for the ride. You never know where it may take you. It's the Circling the Drain podcast, available every Wednesday morning on all podcast platforms.
Brittany Layton's going to get the inning underway for the Lady Senators of Walter State as the top of the fifth inning has arrived. And the play made. Jayla Young guns down Layton for the first out. We're back to the top of the order for Walter State with Addison Beach. She's flied out to shallow left. And a fabulous play and catch from Jayla Young, laying out on the line drive. That's the third line drive catch she's made. Hot shots. Two quick outs here for the Lady Cougars. As Addison Beach lines out before I could even hardly say that she's at bat. Allie Serrett now, the batter. And that gets past the left fielder, Tankersley, rolls to the wall. It's a double for Serrett. The batter is the pitcher, Elena Ross. Drifting under it is Tankersley, and she makes the catch for the third out. The top of the order for Cleveland State comes to the plate. Giselle Tankersley. It's a first pitch strike from Elena Ross. Lily Griffiths, Heidi Johnson due up after Giselle. Tankersley has lined out and struck out. And didn't mean to swing, ends up being a strike. From the 0-2 hole for Tankersley, and it's a ball, 1-2. That skips in there. Canopin able to corral it. And fouled back. The count even at 2-2. And reaching across and just barely tapping it. And making the play. There's Allie Starrett. Fine shortstop. One out. Lily Griffiths, the batter. Lily has 2 singles here in game 2. Fooled Lily on that one. She can't believe it. She just walks toward her dugout with a big smile on her face to her teammates like, wow, what was that? That is giving quite the ride. But the catch is made as Pena races across the diamond to make the catch. 2 down. That just kind of died out there. It really jumped off of her bat. The wind is it's gusty here today. I think the wind may have contributed to knocking that down. Heidi Johnson, the batter, she doubled her last time at the plate out to left field. She also flied out to left. Wind gusts up to over 20 miles an hour. And we've been approaching 80 degrees here. Have we hit it yet? Yep, we have. 80 degrees now. And a strike outside corner. The pitch low, so we go to a 3-1 count with 2 outs. And Heidi Johnson at the plate. Popped out to center field. And the catch is made for out number 3. We're scooting along here. We've been playing about 45 minutes. And we're already in the top of the 6th inning. on the Game Time Sports Network. It will be a while before we have more Cleveland State baseball here on the Game Time Sports Network. We are covering the home conference games. Their next home conference games don't happen until April 23rd, but boy, they're going to be dandies. Walter State, the nationally ranked Walter State team. And Cleveland State, man, they no other way to put it. They got hammered by Walter State here the last day or so. So the Cougars will be out for revenge. Lauren Buell, the batter, she's already hit a home run in this game, a 2-run blast, her 6th of the season. Brenna Hundley and Nia Mullins are the next 2 batters due up for Walter State. And that rolls all the way out to the corner. In left field, it's a double. 3 hits this game for Rule, Lauren Rule. A single to left, a homer, and now a double to left. As Brenna Hundley, who has 2 singles in this game, now steps to the plate. I think we're going to have a pinch runner, perhaps. And that is the case. So running for Rule is number 3. That's Callie Inslee from Blue Ridge, Georgia. Freshman. Hundley up at the plate. She's been a busy lady at second. She's made some good plays there. Drops the bunt down. No play to be made. Runner advances to third, and Hundley makes it to first. Now stepping in is Nia Mullins, who again has just hit the ball hard, but right at Jayla Young at third in both of her at-bats. She's hit bullets over there, and Jayla has turned them both into double plays as the runner gets down to second with no trouble. Two runners in scoring position, nobody out. This Walter State team, as I said earlier, getting through the heart of this order ain't easy. Because all these players can hit. I mean, 1 through 6 in their order, pretty darn formidable. Pulled foul. Hit to Young. So, while it was not a line drive, Mullins retired courtesy of Jayla Young for the third time in this game. After 2 lineouts, it's a ground out. Jordan Pena, the batter. She's grounded out in single. Played left field in game one, playing left field in this game. Inside strike. One ball, two strikes to Pena, and it is fouled. The 2-2 from Bennett. That is foul. Pulled in on her hands. Johnson with the play and the out. A run does score, but the out is recorded. 4-2 now, Walter State. A runner also advancing down to third base, but the out is made. 2 down. Here's the catcher, Canopin. And the catch made by Watson at first. Stretching out for the third out to keep it 4-2. The bottom of the 6th inning upcoming on the Game Time Sports Network.
Get ready for the ultimate sports experience. The Game Time Sports Network, your ticket to adrenaline-pumping action where every play comes to life. Unleash the athletic excitement of your school, league, or tournament with our live stream play-by-play commentary, bringing you courtside and field level like never before. No more missing the magic. With Game Time Sports Network, witness your favorite teams in real time with expert analysis and electrifying energy. Accessible, immersive, and always on point. Game Time Sports Network, because every moment deserves the spotlight. Don't just watch, experience the game. Game Time Sports Network. For your front row seat, it's game time.
Jayla Young, the batter. And the first pitch from Elena Ross is high and outside. Ella Blanson, Miley Howard due up next. Three and 0. And a strike call, brushing the inside corner to make it 3-1. Ball 4, pitches high. Jayla works the base on balls, and that brings Ella Blanchett to the plate. And I believe we are going to have a pitching change as Coach Purser is bringing in Summer Smith. We saw Summer in game 1. She was just lights out. Only gave up 1 hit in game 1. Coach Purser obviously wanting to just shut this down right now. Going for the jugular, as it were. Up by 2 runs here in the bottom of the 6th inning. A run, nobody out. The tying run coming to the plate. Coach Purser electing to make the change in hopes of just stopping things right where they are and squelch any hope of momentum for Cleveland State. Ella Blanchett, the catcher. Now the batter. The pitch from Smith is low. Miley Howard waits on deck. There's a strike. And the throw gets the runner. Jayla Young trying to get in scoring position. She is gunned down by Canopin for the out. As Jayla dives into the bag, face first, coming up with a face full of Cleveland State dirt. Foul, but not by much. There's Sarrett to make the play, as she's been doing all day long. 2 outs on the ground out. Miley Howard, the batter. The pitch is low. The wind now blowing out. It has been swirling here today. For the most part, it's been blowing across the field from right to left, but boy, it's blowing straight out right now. Out to right field. And that's a fair ball. The right fielder, Layton, couldn't catch up to it, nor could the first baseman, Rule. A 2-out hit for Howard. The center fielder, Mylan Pemberton, the batter. Mylan singled to right field. Pitch is high. Sloan Watson waits on deck in hopes of getting up to the plate this inning. We've got 2 outs. And a good pitch for the strike. A 2-2 count now on Pemberton. We go full as the pitch low. And it's ball 4. Pemberton works the walk. Sloan Watson now will get a chance. The Cleveland State first baseman here in game 2. She hit into a double play in her last at bat, but her first at bat today, she did have a single to right. Tying runs on base. Sloan the go-ahead. Little chopper over to first and handled just fine by Lauren Rule. So that's that. The top of the 7th inning is where we are going next on the Game Time Sports Network. Walter State up by 2 runs as we get the top of the 7th underway. And that is a fair ball by Brittany Layton as she singles to start the top of the 7th inning. Second single of game 2. Now we're back to the top of the order once again with Addison Beach. And safe at first. Beach is so darn fast. You know that definitely contributes to the fact that she leads the conference in batting average. Not that she's not a fine hitter. You know, you got to make contact, but boy, her speed certainly helps her in the batting average category. Allie Sarrett, the batter. I've really been impressed with her defensive play at short. She also doubled her last at bat. And hits another one to center field to load the bases. Nobody out. And the power hitting Elena Ross to the plate now. An opportunity for Walter State to really bust this one open. The 1-0 now from Savannah Bennett. The pitch is low and inside. The pitch from Bennett. And ball 4, walking in a run. (5-2). In a weird kind of way, you almost feel like maybe it was better to walk her than let her clear the bases on you. As that pitch gets past the catcher, and 2 more runs will score. As things have just really fallen off the rails here. The batter, Lauren Rule, 2 doubles and a homer in this game. Her 5th and 6th homers of the season. The first pitch from Bennett is inside. Over to Johnson. And Heidi makes the play for the out. Runner stays put at third, 1 away. So Coach Carroll going to make a pitching change. And you got to give credit to Bennett. She had just pitched her heart out here. She came in relief in game one, did well. And this Walter State lineup, I mean, they are indeed formidable. And these batters are seeing her now for the fourth time. Well, in this game, you know, and they saw her in the first game too, so they have seen her for a number of at-bats. She certainly has nothing to hang her head over. Coming in to pitch, it is Reagan Frakes, a freshman from Lawrenceburg. And Reagan's first pitch is high. This is her 10th appearance on the season. All of her appearances have been in relief. 24 innings of work thus far. A 1-0 record. Hit out to center field, and the catch is made by Pemberton. But the runner does tag. 2 down. First pitch swinging, and it's a hit from Nia Mullins. Nia finally gets it past the left side of the infield. She had a couple of just absolute rockets picked off by by Young at third. Jordan Pena, the batter. And that goes all the way to the fence. It's a stand-up double for Pena. 2 runners in scoring position, so a 2-out double. Brings up the catcher, Mason Candipin. The 0-1 now from Frakes is high. The umpire needing a reload here. And the off-speed pitch, missing outside. 2 outs with 2 runners on. Walter State putting up 4 this inning. The 3-1 pitch now coming from Reagan Frakes. And swinging late on that, but still managing to foul tip it is Candipin. A full count. And ball 4. Pena at second base was thinking there was a runner at first and that the base on balls automatically advanced her down to third. She almost got herself thrown out at second. And we have a pinch hitter. Brittany Layton being pinch hit for. This is Brianne Silguero, Immokalee, Florida. She's a sophomore. She the pinch hitter. .395 batting average on the year, 4 homers. And she looks like she means business. Man, she's up there with a look on her face like, don't mess with me. And she is not one to be messed with. My goodness. Oh, my. Wow. Did Coach Purser make the right move there? Brings in the pinch hitter. And it is a grand slam. 1 pitch, 4 runs, 12-2. And Reagan Frakes standing in the circle, can't believe it. Yeah, that's tough. So, obviously, Silguero, she meant business, and she performed it. Wow. Talk about coming through when you're called upon. We have another pinch hitter. This is Faith Whited. Faith, a sophomore from Jefferson City, Tennessee, and a foul ball. Cleveland State was right there in this one. And here in the latter part of the game, it has just gotten away from them. I don't know if that foul ball got, I don't know if Jayla, my view's obstructed to some degree here. I don't know if she laid out for the foul ball and hit the ground rather hard. But whatever the case, people were tending to her, and she says, yeah, I'm fine now, so that's good. This umpire, he's an umpire after my heart in terms of being very demonstrative with the strike, ball and strike count. So many umpires act like it's a much guarded secret. Lifted out to left field, and the catch made in foul territory. But the catch made by Tankersley nonetheless to mercifully get out of the inning. It ain't impossible, but man, what a tough order for the Lady Cougars. Down by 10 as we move to the bottom of the 7th inning. Pinch hitting now for Lily Griffiths for Cleveland State. It's Destiny Jensen. She played first base in game one, a sophomore from Kelso, Tennessee. First pitch swinging. And the center fielder, Beach, really didn't even have to move. One out. This is Giselle Tankersley. I was in error. I know that's shocking to hear, but Jensen was actually pinch hitting for Emily Holcomb as opposed to Lily Griffiths. Griffiths is on deck. The pitch now from Summer Smith. That's pretty well hit off the fence. So Tankersley keeping the inning going with a stand-up double off the fence in left field. Here is Lily Griffiths. I thought I'd heard the umpire earlier say that 55 was coming in for 44. Thus my confusion. Of course, it doesn't take a whole heck of a lot to confuse me, but the pitch inside to Griffiths. Lily with a couple of singles in game two. Missing low. The shadow starting to become an issue, which happens at this ballpark between 4:30 and 5 this time of year. That sneaks through. Two runners on, one out. Griffiths with the single. As the Lady Cougars refusing to go down quietly, they bring up Heidi Johnson, the shortstop. And the play at home. She's out. Two down. As Tankersley is thrown out on the nice play at third by Mullins. Jayla Young. She's had a busy day at third in this game. Made some fine defensive plays. Started a couple of double plays. Missing outside is Smith. If Jayla gets on, Ella Blancett is scheduled to be the next batter. Canopin and Smith. The with a brief confab. Missing inside. Taking all the way. A 3-1 count with one runner on and 2 outs. That was a stinger. Jayla shaking her hand. With a full count, the payoff pitch coming now from the pitcher, Summer Smith. And a hot shot that's foul. Lily Griffiths has to go back to second. We'll do it again with the full count. And the bases are loaded. Off the base on balls. And they are loaded for the Lady Cougar catcher. That would be Ella Blansett. Ella does have 3 homers this season. And she really pops that one. 1 run scores, 2 runs score. Ella Blansett making it 12-4 as the Cougars continue to make noise. Miley Howard, the batter. Two runners on with 2 down. The 1-0, 2-0. And hit out to right field. That gets past the right fielder. 2 runs scoring. So all the way to third. Goes Howard. So where were these hits earlier in the game, right? Mylan Pemberton, the batter. Howard at third. And a strike. Summer Smith delivers and misses inside. And another fastball finds the plate for the strike. A 2-2 count. Summer Smith, she went the distance in game one in the circle and trying to mop up here as that gets through. And another run scores as Howard crosses the plate. The infield single for Pemberton. The Cougars making all this noise with 2 outs. Chipping away, but do they have enough? Still down by a fairly sizable amount. If not for that grand slam, the pinch hit grand slam by Brianis Silguero in the top of the 7th, this would just be a 1-run game. But as my dad used to say, if a frog had wings, well, you probably know the rest. Sloan Watson, the batter with a 1-0 count. Missing low. 2-0. Smith with a long look into the Walters State dugout. Now she's ready, delivers, and misses outside to go 3-0. And if she swings here, I would be shocked. She's got to be taken all the way. And she is. The base on balls brings Jensen back to the plate. Destiny Jensen, she came in as a pinch hitter for Emily Holcomb earlier and stays in the game in right field. And she looks at a strike. Missing up and away. 1-1 with 2 outs, 2 runners on. The Cougars putting up 5 runs this inning. But is it just going to be too little, too late? And there you have it as Hundley makes the play. You do have to give the Cougars some credit, however, as they did not give up. They continued to fight hard. But again, just trying to overcome that 8-run 7th inning. Just not in the cards for the Lady Cougars here today. But they did manage to put 5 across. Again, too little, too late. More Cleveland State Cougars softball coming up this Saturday when Montlow State comes into Cleveland. And we'll have the action for you on the Game Time Sports Network. The games, it's a doubleheader day on Easter weekend. On Saturday, the games at 1 and 3 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. That will do it for today. It's always fun on my end. I know that it's always more fun for Cleveland State fans when they come out on the better end of things, but was not meant to be against this just really powerful Walters State team.